Alright guys, what's going on? Let's get right into it. There's a lot of charts to go over today. I did feel like yesterday was a bear trap. I seen a lot of stuff. I posted it in the newsletter yesterday, guys. One thing I do give a lot of weighting to is when those Sharpies start getting involved. The post that I posted there, those guys usually they front run the move a lot of times. In March was the last time they really aggressively started buying stuff, and you guys seen how the March rally went. What's up, Ricky? And they were doing that last Friday. So obviously we got an Apple dip yesterday to scare out any bulls. But other than that, Ricky's feeling frisky today with his spy puts. What's up, Stevo? How you doing? What's up, Gravesh? And yeah, the Sharpies got involved Friday. Usually when they get involved, they front run the move. They're called Sharpies for a reason. What's up, Guggen? How you guys doing? And we'll just go over a couple of things here. So weekly on SPY, we did so. It is very important to know that we are in a weekly and daily downtrend still. It doesn't matter these little moves, but again, if you were in puts for this week, you got destroyed. If you're in puts for next week, those probably are destroyed by now. It's very, very important to time your put entries, and we will get short again. What's up, Carlos? How you guys doing? But right now what happened was it was very set up for a little rally here. Every single person I knew was short. Everyone on Twitter was talking about the world ending, getting puts, earnings are going to be crap, FOMC is going to raise rates by 100 basis points. Everyone knows this. This is all known information by now. The dollar was overheated. A lot of stuff was going on that was leading me to believe that we were going to rally a little further than most people think this time. And the reason being for that is it's a short squeeze, right? People are just going to keep adding puts. They're going to keep adding puts. The market's going to keep ripping them out. And then right when they give up is usually when the market reverses down. So that's what we're looking for now. Right now on SPY, it is a bullish setup on the weekly as well. We finally closed above the 8-day. We need to hold this 8-day moving average into Friday, which is 391.20. The more above it we get, the more space we give ourselves for a pullback. Other than that, why do I say it's bullish? We set the low, we set a higher low on that pullback last week, and now we continued higher and we took out last week's high. So right now everything is bullish, but if you guys just go back 4 weeks, same thing happened, guys. We had a low put in, we had a higher low put in, and then instead of taking out this week's high, we completely collapsed to new lows. So be aware we are still in a longer term downtrend, but there's no reason to take puts unless there's clear entries. And right now, in my opinion, there's not a clear entry for puts. Other than a few individual names, like you guys seen me take Citibank, I posted that in the newsletter as well. You guys see the setup. I'll go over it in a bit and I'll explain why I took it today instead of later this week. Other than that, right now, if you guys go on the daily on SPY even, it is just higher lows. We put in a low, we put in a higher low. We undercut it a bit, but we closed above it right here, so that would still technically be a higher low on the daily. And we're starting to take out some of these resistances. Back here, the high was 391.36. Right here was 393.16. But as you see on the day, we closed much, much lower. Today is the highest close on SPY since June 9th. So more than a month we had this. This is the highest close on the daily on SPY in over a month since June 9th. And other than that, everything looks set up. We closed above the 50-day moving average. Everything looks great for bulls right now. Tomorrow is VIX expiry day. Let's see how that goes. And this is going to be a vicious cycle. Even if we do rip up and close this gap, which is my target personally on this rally, which would be 401.44. So 401 on SPY is my target for this rally. This can be massive. Like, we can have a huge pullback any one of these days, as long as now we have way too much room as well to go long. So down here's 371 is technically your or no, not 371. I'd say what is this? 372. So the low basically back here on June 30th is basically where it negates this bullish setup. So it's a very far stop out is what I'm saying. Other than that, I do think we hit 401 before this rally is over, and we will have vicious pullbacks. You guys seen yesterday that Apple news dropped. It dumped the entire market. Every single person on Twitter got bearish. I seen so many people entering puts. I told you guys last night the way crypto was behaving, that was a complete fake dip. It was to scare out bulls, shake the tree a little bit, and then you guys seen what happened today. Everything was called out live, buy signals, everything. QQQ as well. No, it looks like Netflix might have missed, maybe. QQQ's up a little bit, but pulling back now. Let's see. I didn't see the Netflix earnings. Obviously, I'm on here. But QQQ strong. XLF very strong today. It was showing strength right in the morning. IWM as well. Strength right off the open. VIX was kind of being held back. I thought VIX, honestly, if there was no VIX expiry tomorrow, VIX would have been down $3-4 today with a 3% up move on SPX. What's up, Andrew? 3-4 up move on SPY. VIX should have been $23-22 today, but because of that VIX expiry yesterday, we did hold. If you guys look at the daily, we're still above that 200-day moving average, which becomes key now. Just an alarm there. That'll help me out later. But yeah, we're still above the 200-day on the daily on VIX. Other than that, let's see what the VIX expiry brings us tomorrow. If we get followed through tomorrow, you do not want to stay short in front of a runaway train, guys. We learned that lesson in March. I learned it, very expensive lesson in March when I tried to stay short during that rally, thinking, oh, we went up 3% today. There's no way we can go up tomorrow. We need a little pullback. Oh, we went up 2% today. There's no way we'll go straight up. We need a pullback. Just don't fight the trend, guys. If you're wrong, stop out. It's okay. It's a worthy bet. I'm not going to say it's a bad bet. I also took some C puts today. I did take August 19, and it's a starter. The reason being, I've experienced this kind of rally in March. I'm sure a lot of the older MSL members remember it. It was right here. And the first day was plus 2.2% on SPY. People got short. Second day was plus 2.2%. People got short. Third day was 1.25% up. Fourth day was another 1% up, and then we just kept going up, and shorts just got murdered every single day. And if you're getting short and expecting a dip, you might just get something like this. You guys see this negative 1% day after 5 straight days up, and that was at the same time kind of, we passed the 50-day here, we got one more ripper day, and then we got a 1% pullback before 4 more straight up days. So do not fight the trend. Bear market rallies can be vicious, and this one can be even more vicious because there's a lot of money short right now, guys. There's a lot of people to squeeze out, so just be careful fighting the trend. RUT was one of the reasons I exited most of my calls today. This $1,800 level, I'm saying I am leaning to the upside. I do like the upside here, but again, this is a bear market rally. Where does it end? Remember, I don't know where it ends. Any day we can pull back. So that's why take your profits. Don't short at the wrong times. Don't get greedy on your longs. But again, RUT $1,800 level, I gave you guys, that was very hard resistance at the end of the day there. It led to some chop. SPX somehow made a new high of the day while RUT was still underneath it. Let's see if that affects it overnight. RUT does run all night, so you guys can watch that overnight if you want. DXY completely nailed the top here, guys. I don't know if you guys, how many of you followed my UUP puts, but UUP is the option proxy for DXY. The options in DXY do not have enough liquidity to play, so I played UUP. As you guys see here, we took the puts about here. It did go up a couple of days after. The puts lost some value, but then you could, I think Dhruv averaged down. I personally did not average down. I was selling a little bit today. Pretty much nailed the play. I mean, there's not much else to say about it. It was getting too hot. I mean, Euro and USD moving at the same price is just an indication that it's too hot itself. Euro needs a bounce here. And right now, last dip, we did go down to the 8-day right here, as you got our 13-day EMA right here. We did undercut it one day and then came back above it. So if tomorrow, if we get right back above this 13-day EMA at 107 basically flat, I think we're going to have to exit the rest of those UUP puts. If we do not reclaim this 13 EMA, you might see some action like this, which sends it down to the 50 EMA, which would put it at 104.70. I told you guys the ultimate target is 104.70 for a reason. That's that 50-day moving average right there. BABA, I am long. I know you guys asked 100 times today, am I still long BABA? Why am I long BABA? What's going on? First of all, it's in the newsletter. If you guys didn't read the newsletter, this is a weekly downtrend here on BABA. Was broken on June 6th, the week of June 6th. We went up, we almost touched the weekly 50-day moving average, declined here, came back, and now we're retesting. Last week, we retested that breakout, as you guys see here. And the thing I like the most about that retest is Friday was when they saved it with that painted candle. What do I mean by painted candle? Look at this on Friday right here. we not only went below the 50-day, we went below that weekly breakout, and then they saved it by the end of the day, ended it on a hammer above the 50-day, and we haven't lost the 50-day in the last 2 days. So until we lose that 50-day moving average on BABA, I will remain long, which is at 101.51. And today, if you guys look at the low of the day, it was 101.53. So it's pretty damn close. Also, you can go to the 4-hour chart here, and the low of the day matches up perfectly with the 200-day moving average this morning, 101.54 and 101.53. So lots of support there in that area. As long as we're holding above the 50-day and the 200-day on the 4-hour, I think BABA will be fine. We have a lot of time on the calls. We have potential news with Biden taking off tariffs of China. So a lot of catalysts in this one, and technically beautiful. I'm perfectly fine in this one, and you guys can continue to ask questions because I know you're still going to ask questions. INTC, beautiful call out by Yash and T, I believe. T also took this as well. These guys took the August calls. They paid very, very well. I played it a little more safer. I took it the January $50 calls. We got them around, I believe, here. Went down a couple days, but then just straight parabolic, guys. This chart doesn't even show how parabolic this chart went. Yeah, so straight from 36.29 all the way to 40.73. You got a $4 move in INTC, which is a big move. Those calls went to 91 cents today. I sold all of them. I am looking for a re-entry based on the CHIP Act, and you guys seen how it dumped today. Other than that, I mean, the chart was basically an oversold bounce play for me with the CHIPS Act as a catalyst. You guys seen on the Bollinger Bands, it was below the Bollinger Bands, right at the bottom on the weekly. I think we bought it when it went out right here. So we did have a couple weeks, but right now we're right back in it. We're testing the 13-day EMA right here. As you guys see, we've rejected it so many times. That is one of the reasons my target on this trade was 40.76. I took it today at 40.70. I don't need to wait for 3 more pennies. I'm happy with the play. I made money, and I will be looking for a re-entry since there's so much time on those plays. One play I do want you guys to watch is this LMT. First of all, war is not going anywhere. I had a buy order on my dividend account for more LMT. The one I sold over here at like 400 something, 450 or something. So I sold them at 450. I'm trying to get back in at 367, which was the 200-day weekly. I mentioned it this morning. That's where my entry was for LMT. If you guys want to play it safely, or if you want to play options, the way to play that is the daily here. As you guys see here, I have an alert here. Reclaim 397 is a buy. Once a stock loses a key level and regains that key level, it is a buy. And just for some proof here, AMD. So we had that set. Remember that level, guys? I've been giving you this levels for like 3 months now. It was that $74 level on AMD. We lost it. One day we closed at 73.67. The next day we regained it in a big way. If you guys bought that reclaim of 74, right now your shares or your options are up $12 in a couple of weeks. So beautiful setup here as well. If you guys actually pay attention to it, we put in the low here, taking out a key level, reclaiming it the next day. Lower low, lower high, higher low, and now higher high. Now let's see if we get some momentum and start changing that trend on AMD. Other than that, I did take some C puts today. I didn't really want to, but this is just way too much for me. Like, it's a bank, first of all. Second of all, I hate banks. Third of all, it was a trade of the week. The reason being is I've never seen C close a full daily candle outside the Bollinger Bands. You guys can go back in history, maybe over here. I didn't see it when I was looking for my chart. Oh, it was right here. So we did close one back here January 6th. We closed above. We went up 6%. Second day we closed above right here. And the third day we were down 1%. And as you guys see here, after a little more bounce, we did get a big downtrend on Citibank. And that's kind of like same play as UUP, same play as I've always taken. You guys know, anyone that has seen my short plays, I always take this play when a daily closes outside the Bollinger Bands. I give it 1-2 days. If it stays outside, I short it with time. So you guys know what I'm doing with C. It's completely outside the Bollinger Bands. You don't need to ask me any single questions. I'll tell you if I add. If tomorrow we go up even more and stay outside the Bollinger Bands, I will add more to those puts August 19th, which is a full month out, and I don't think a bank can go parabolic for a full month. Other than that, I hope you guys listen today. I will be doing the same thing kind of tomorrow. I'm not going to be calling out all my plays going forward. I don't feel like having 40 people ask me questions and changing my own mindset on my trade really helps me trading. So I will call out some trades, but not all. And other than that, I'll be on post market explaining my plays every day, anyways. So I hope you guys had a good day. Don't fight the trend, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.